Good morning, children. How are you? I hope you all are well. Now, I welcome you back to our English class. Now, so far we have done little bit of grammar. Yes, we have not started with English literature. So, today we are going to start with English literature. Our first lesson is the food we eat. Now, you open your books, take a page number 2nd, and keep your pencils in your hand. Some words you have to underline and some sentence also which I tell you have to underline. While reading the lesson I am going to explain, so you pay attention while I am reading. Okay. Lesson number 1, the food we eat. All living things need food to live. Plants make their own food with the help of soil, water and sunshine. Now see, we know that plants make their own food. How do they make their own food, you know? Earlier I think in science you have learned. Plants make their own food. Here what it is written, with the help of soil, water and sunshine. Yes, that is true. But still the leaf of a plant, it helps the plant to make the food. The leaf. There is a substance called chlorophyll in it. Understood? So with the help of chlorophyll, and when the sunshine is very bright, that time the leaf prepares food for the plant. Understood, children? Now look at the next sentences. Animals eat plants or other animals for their food. Human beings eat all kinds of food which they get from plants as well as animals. We need energy to work, to think and to play. We need energy even when we are asleep. Means even when we sleep we need energy because our heart is functioning. Even if we sleep our heart functions. Yes? So for the beating of the heart energy is required. Our heart needs energy to keep beating. We need energy to breathe, and it is our food alone that provides us all this energy. Every day, millions of cells in our body die. They have to be replaced by new cells. Again, it is our food that provides the material to build new cells. The more active a person is, the more energy his body consumes. Children are always more active than older people. Their bodies are still growing. They need more energy and more bodybuilding materials. Therefore, it is important for them to take nutritious and wholesome food. Underline the words nutritious and wholesome. Nutritious means the food which is very good for our health, means they have all ingredients in that. And wholesome means which is good for our body and for the growth of our body. Understood? So, underline these two words. Now, the second sentence, underline it. Food supplies us substances that we need to live and grow. We call these substances nutrients. Underline these two sentences. What are nutrients? Nutrients are the substances that we require to live and to grow. Underline these two sentences. They include proteins, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals and water. No one nutrient is more important than the other. Each one has its own work to do. A healthy, balanced diet has the right proportion of all the 6 nutrients. Means there are 6 main nutrients, and these all nutrients are required for us to grow. When we eat food, all nutrients should be there. If we keep on eating only carbohydrates, it is not good. So carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, all these things should be included in our diet every day. So then we'll get a wholesome diet. Okay, so it is good for our health. Now all food contain all nutrients. So the important thing is not just the quantity of food we eat, but also the kind of food we eat. Now it is not that we eat a lot of food, so we are going to be very strong and very healthy. No. Each nutrient has a different value in it. Okay. So each nutrient should be enough for our body. It should not, only if you eat only fats, substances only which is containing fats, it will not be good for you. You should have proteins, you should have vitamins, then you should have carbohydrates. These all things should be in the diet. So not to eat only one type of food. One type of food only if you eat, it is not good for your health and for the body also. People who have enough to eat may still be ill because they are eating too much of one kind of food and not enough of another. For a fully grown person, there is one sure way to know if he or she is taking in the right amount of energy. We can do so by weighing ourselves regularly. If we take in more energy than we consume, the excess is converted into fat. If we eat more food, what happens? We become fat. Yes. So then everyone starts teasing us. Okay. And our clothes also, they become tight to us, and we also don't like it. So if you eat more than what is required, what happens? It is converted into fat. The fat is stored in our body and makes us fatter. If we take in less energy than we are consuming, our body draws more the fat already stored in it, and we become thinner. An oversupply of energy is harmful as its undersupply. Underline this sentence also. An oversupply of energy is as harmful as its undersupply. Means more energy giving food also, if we eat, that is also bad. Very less also you eat, that is also bad. So you should have moderate. Means not too much also and not very little also. Have you understood, children? समजते का मी काय सांगते ते? समजलं नाही तर विचारा मला. Okay. Okay, now let's look at the various nutrients that provide the energy needed by our body to be in good health. Now see here in your book, some pictures are there. What are the nutrients? Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, water and fiber. These are the different nutrients. We are going to see each one, okay? Most energy in our food comes from carbohydrates. The main sources of carbohydrates are whole meal, bread, underline the word whole meal, bread, peas, beans, potatoes and fruit. Proteins. Proteins are true bodybuilders. Underline this sentence. Proteins are true bodybuilders. Underline this. Our bones, muscles, nerves and skin are all composed of proteins. Foods rich in proteins are eggs, meat, fish, cheese, milk, bread, potatoes, nuts, peas, beans and lentils. Now fats. We can put fats into two main groups. Underline this sentence also. We can put fats into two main groups. First is fats from animals. Means butter, milk, cream, cheese and eggs. These things which we get from animals. Okay, underline that and the next one also. Fats from plants, corn oil, sunflower oil and oils from various nuts. Fats are important part of our body, but too much fat can be harmful. Nowadays you see that whenever everyone is very health conscious, yes, they eat very limited food, but fats, if you avoid it completely, not to eat butter and all, if you avoid it completely, that is also bad for your health. So in moderate quantity you should have. So underline this. Fats are in two main groups. First is fats from animals and second is fats from plants. Underline this. Now let us turn to page number 4. Vitamins. Our body needs vitamins to stay healthy. Underline this sentence also. Vitamins, they help us to fight diseases. Okay, they improve our immunity system. So vitamins are very important for our body. Underline that sentence. No food article has all the vitamins we need. So it is important to eat a mixture of things. Some people take vitamin pills, but we don't need pills if we eat well. Some people, they have to take vitamins, supplement of vitamins. Why? Because they don't eat vegetables, fruits. So mostly vitamins are found in fruits and vegetables. Minerals. Our body also needs some minerals. For example, calcium is needed for strong bones and teeth. We get it from milk and cheese. Iron is needed for the production of red blood cells in our blood. We get it from eggs, pulses and green leafy vegetables. There are many other minerals that our body needs. The best way to have them all is to take a variety of food. So if all these things are in our food, we'll get a variety of food and then we can have all the nutrients in our diet every day. Water. Now look, let us look at the water. 2/3 of the weight of our body is water. Much of it is constantly lost in the form of urine, sweat and the breathed out air. We should drink about 2 liters of water a day. Underline this sentence. We should drink about 2 liters of water a day. Mostly this is 6 to 8 glasses of water. No? So underline this sentence. We should drink 2 liters of water a day. Green salad has in it 9/10 of water. Fiber. Fiber is also known as roughage. Underline this. Fiber is also known as roughage. Fiber is not a nutrient, but it helps the digestive system to process food and absorb nutrients. It helps to grip the food well as it passes through our intestines. The best way to remain free from constipation is to take lot of fiber. Means raw food we should eat. Cucumber, tomatoes and all. Understood? They are good for our body. Since the body doesn't absorb fiber, we don't become fatter whatever quantity we take of it. Some fiber rich foods are whole grain cereals, barley, rye, berries, broccoli, peas, beans, etc. Most important of all, our food should be fresh. It should be well cooked and it should be made attractive to look at when served. Our food digests well if we feel tempted to eat it. Now see students, in this lesson we have learnt about the importance of food. And what? Should we eat only one type of food every day? No. In our every day we should have a variety. Wholesome meal means there should be fiber also, minerals also, vitamins also, fats, everything should be there in moderate quantity. Understood? I hope you have understood this lesson. Now one thing you have to do is, children, you will read this lesson again. Understood? And the words which are below the page, each page number 2nd, page number 3rd, there are some words which are there. You have to write the meaning. Write first question. After writing the name of the lesson, draw a straight line. Write question number 1 and write new words and its meanings. And these 3 meanings you write 1, 2 and 3. Okay. After that, see here on page number 5, question number 1. You will get this. I'll send you the image of these question answers. You have to copy it down in your notebook afterwards. Okay, when you get it. Now let us look at page number 5, exercise 2nd. This you do in your notebook only. Okay, I am writing the answers. You will write it in your textbook along with me. Okay. Second sentence question is, complete each sentence in a suitable manner. Now this half sentence is there, half of them are in the, we have to find the answers and write. So that I am going to solve it, okay, on the board. So you also write it along with me. Complete each sentence in a suitable manner. First is what? Roughage is not a nutrient, but it what? Now we have to complete it. What happens now? What we'll have to write it over there? But it helps to keep us free from constipation. Now but it is already there. So now when you start, don't start with a capital letter. Okay, just write what I am writing. Okay, in small handwriting you'll write. Means don't write a capital letter. But it helps to keep us free from constipation. Understood? Roughage is not a nutrient, but it helps to keep us free from constipation. In the book only you write this. Okay. Now look at the second one. What is the second one? Our body keeps losing water in the form of urine, sweat, and the breath out air, means air which we breathe out. In this form, our now look at the third one. Look at the third one. Some high fiber foods are better than the modern factory made foods. Now many food items from ready-made also you get. Okay, so some high fiber foods are right there better than the modern factory made foods. Now look at the Fourth one, we should drink about how many? 6 to 8 glasses of water. Yeah, by the book, what it is given there? 2 liters of water a day, right there. 2 liters of water a day. Then, if we are tempted to eat our food, why? Because it helps to digest the food well. See here, this sentence is over here on page number 4. Our food digests well if we feel tempted to eat it. When we like to eat it, when we are no, I want to eat this, then it digests well. Okay. If we are tempted to eat our food, because it digests well in that case. Now, have you written this? Shall I rub the first one? Okay, I'll rub the first and second one. What is the sixth one? An oversupply of energy to the body is harmful as its undersupply. Means if we have too much also is bad, and if we have too little, that is also bad. So we should have moderate. It's undersupply. The building material for building new cells comes from food. Seventh fill in the blank is what? Food. Now see here students, this you have written in the textbook. Just read it and you should know this bad. Don't write it in the notebook, because in the notebook, first 8 questions I will be sending you the images that you have to write it. Now page number 5, question number 3. Look at page number 5, question number 3. This is homework for you. This you will do in your notebook. Okay. In your notebook, make a proper chart. And see here I am writing here question number 3 for homework. See, this you have to do. List in the form of a table the 6 nutrients needed by the human body, showing their importance and source. You can take help from the internet also. Now see here, these 3 columns like this you have to make in your notebook. You can do this first, and then for this answer the following questions, don't leave any line. As you get it, that time you can write it. So this question number 3 you have to do for homework in your book. Okay. Now look at page number 6. Okay, look at page number 6. Word power. Now in the box there are some verbs given. The following verbs are used for various acts of preparing and cooking food. Now when we cook food, all food items, when we cook, we need oil for that. Yes, we need water also. So all food items we don't boil. All food items are not deep fried. All food items are not steamed. So each, when we are cooking, there are different things which are done for that, and each one has a different name. So that also in the book only you are going to write it. Okay. Now match these words with their definitions. Okay. Dash, to beat into a froth. First answer is whisk. Froth means to make it fluffy. Okay. Some material is there, some mixture is there. You whisk it, means you keep on shaking it. That is called as, first is whisk. First is whisk. Whisk is what? To beat into a froth. Then second, to cook in boiling water. Cook in boiling water means what do? We boil it. What is that called as? Boil. See, all these words are given in the box. We have to write it properly. Third one, to cook in hot boiling oil. What is that called as? That is called as fried. Then fourth one, to make a long narrow cut. some food item what we take, we just give a cut. What is that called? That is called a slit. It is called a slit. From the middle असं मधून आपण फक्त कापतो त्याला, एकदम नाही कापत, फक्त मधून एक असे चीर मारतो आपण म्हणतो, दॅट इज कॉल्ड अ स्लिट. देन फिफ्थ, टू कट और टेअर इन टू स्ट्रिप, म्हणजे बारीक बारीक पट्ट्या कापतो आपण. व्हॉट इज दॅट कॉल्ड? दॅट इज कॉल्ड श्रेड. These are the different words used when cooking food or when we are making some nice thing to eat. Sixth one is to tear the skin off fruit and all. Suppose sometimes what we do, we peel it off. No, potatoes also, when we have to make a vegetable or when to use potatoes, we remove the skin. What it is called? It is called as peel. What is it called? Peel off. Peel. Now seventh one is dash to cut into pieces with a knife. That is called chop. Eighth one, to cook over or in front of fire. That is called roast. Means we don't put it in oil or we don't boil it also, we just hold it on fire. That is called as roasting. Then to remain almost at boiling point. Now sometimes when your mother keeps something on the gas burner, sometimes she makes the flame little low. What do we say? Simmer. What is it called as? Simmer. Tenth one is to crush with repeated heavy strokes. Means to do like this, no? खलबत्त्यामध्ये आपण असं करतो, हे करतो, त्याला कुटतो. That is called as to pound. It is called pound. Then to cook food in an oven with extra fat or liquid. To in an oven, what do we make? It is called a cake, biscuits and all. Yes, we make in an oven. So that is what we call it as bake. We bake it. Then to crush something into powder into very small pieces. What do we call it? Grind. And I think everyone has a mixer at home. Yes, to make masala into very small this thing paste. What do we have to grind it. Have you written this? Page number 6. Write these words in the brackets, in the blanks. Now look at page number 7. Here also supply the correct word for each blank. I will tell you children, it is very easy, you write it. Okay. Now see here in the box here, words are given. Shorts, scissors, pajamas, binoculars, spectacles and sunglasses. These are the words which are given over here. So now first one, supply the correct word for each blank. We use a pair of dash to cut paper. What do we use to cut paper? Yes, scissors. So write over here scissors. See here, spelling SCISSORS. We use a pair of dash when we go to bed. What do we use? Pair of shorts. Write here shorts. SHORTS. We use a pair of dash if we are going jogging. I'm sorry. We use a pair of pajamas. Second fill in the blank is pajamas. Third is we use a pair of shorts if we are going jogging. Understood? Write it over there. Now 4, 5 and 6. These three. 4, 5 and 6. These three as for your homework. Okay? Page 7. 4, 5 and 6. These three you write on your own in the book. Now little bit of grammar is there in this. Let us see that. See here, the situation is given here. For each situation, write 2 sentences using the words in the bracket. Now look at the first one. Sonu started reading a book 2 hours ago. He is still reading it. Now he is on page 53. Now in the bracket, read is there, oblique is there for 2 hours. Now see how the sentence is done. Sonu has been reading for 2 hours. And he has read 53 pages so far. Now see here, look at the second sentence also, then I'll explain it to you. Raghav is on a tour round the world. He began his tour 3 months ago. Now travel and oblique is there for 3 months. Now this, and below that also visit oblique 6 countries so far. Now this sentence we had to use in present perfect tense. Now see here, Sonu has been reading. It is a present perfect tense of read. Okay, present perfect tense of read. Before we solve this, look here in this yellow box. See here, could you please explain the difference in the meaning of this? She has painted the ceiling. She has been painting the ceiling. These two sentences are there. Like these we have to make these sentences. Now first understand the difference between the present perfect. In the present perfect, what we use? We use has or have and verb. Understood? And the present perfect continuous tense is has been, have been plus ing form of the verb. Okay. Now here read is there. Correct? Reading. Has been reading. Okay. Present perfect tense. And second is, in present perfect tense, the important thing is the completion of the action. In present perfect continuous, the important thing is the continuity of the activity. Means the activity is not over, it is still going on. So it is present perfect continuous tense. The first sentence, she has painted the ceiling, is present perfect and mentions the completed action. First, she has painted, means it is perfect tense, but it is already completed. It is over. She has already painted it. But second one, she has been painting the ceiling. It is present continuous thing here because why? The action is not over. Action is still going on. In first sentence, action is already over. Okay. Same way we have to complete this sentence. Now look here. Sonu has been reading for 2 hours. Has he completed it? No, he has been reading. He is still reading. And this next sentence, he has read, means he has, how many pages did he read so far? He has read 53 pages so far. समझ ले? Now look here, in the book only you write. In the book only you write. See here, what is the one? Raghav is on a tour around the world. He began his tour 3 months ago. Now travel, and for 3 months ago we have to do it in present perfect tense. What you will write here? Write with me. Raghav has been traveling. Now see here. Travel and for 3 months. This we have to use in the sentence. So Raghav has been present continuous tense. Perfect tense. Has been traveling for 3 months. Has been traveling for 3 months. Next is what? Visit 6 countries so far. He has visited 6 countries so far. He has visited 6 countries so far. Understood? Now look at the third sentence in the book only. Same page. Here has been traveling, present perfect continuous tense. Okay. This is present perfect continuous tense and this is present perfect tense. Okay. Means here action, it is over. He has visited already. Here he has been traveling. So the activity, the action is still going on. Here it is already over. Have you written this? Okay. Now look at the next sentence. Sania started playing tennis when she was 10 years old. Now she is 30 and still plays this game. Now play tennis, and in oblique tennis for 20 years is there, and in the second one win national championship many times. Now we have to write it in present perfect continuous tense. Okay. How we will write it? Sania has been playing tennis for 20 years. Sania has been playing, play and ing form, Present perfect continuous tense. Sania has been playing tennis for 20 years. Means she is playing. Action is still going on. Then next, what is there? In next verse column, win oblique national championship many times. Now what we will do here? Now this action is completed. She has already got. So she has won. She has won national championship many times. She has won national championship many times. Understood? Here action is going on present perfect continuous tense and this is already over. Understood? So this is what we have done in this lesson. Now take out page number 8. Same lesson, look at page number 8. Fill in the blanks with for and since. Now for and since, we have to use this when we are writing these sentences. Now see here, look at the note which is given. We use for and since to show the duration of time, 1 hour or many years, like this, okay. We use for a period of time, 2 hours or 6 weeks. So specific time we have to mention, we use the preposition for. We use since to start a period, 8 o'clock on Monday in 1999, etc. These are some examples. Now I will tell you the answer. You write it in the book itself, okay. It's been raining dash lunchtime. Now what you'll write here? Will you use for? No, you have to write there since lunchtime. Sonia has lived in Paris since 2005. First is also since, second is also since. I have been waiting for you for an hour. It is specific 1 hour, so you have to write there for. Tom has lived in Mumbai for 10 years. Understood? For 10 years. Now look at the fifth sentence. Jane is not here. She's been away since Friday. Okay? Since Friday. The weather is dry. It hasn't rained for weeks. 6 fill in the blank is for weeks. Now seventh one. Kapil has been looking for a job since he left school. Eighth one. I wonder where Rohit is. I haven't seen him since last week. Okay, so these, you know where to use for and where to use since. Now look at the third exercise over there. Now here is a passage. In the passage, in each sentence, see here, in each sentence the word is there but the spelling is written wrong. Okay, page number 8, the word is there, each sentence. Each sentence, one word is there but the spelling is wrong. You have to underline the word and you have to write the spelling in front of it. Each sentence, there is one blank line over there. You have to write the correct spelling. And the spelling which is wrong, that you have to underline in the passage. Now see here. My 3-year-old brother who was playing. Now 3-year-old, E-A-R. This is the wrong spelling. The correct spelling is year. Write this year in the line O in front and underline this year in the paragraph. Understood? Now look at the second one. Who was playing outside all morning came into the kitchen. Here kitchen spelling is wrong. It is wrong, so underline it. Correct spelling of kitchen you have to write K-I-T-C-H-E-N. In front of it, line is given in front of second line only you have to write the word kitchen. Okay. Now look at the third. I gave him a slice of bread with apple jam. Slice spelling over here is wrong. Underline it. Correct spelling of slice is S-L-I-C-E. Understood? Now look at the fourth one. I gave him a slice of bread with apple jam spread on it, holding the bread carefully. Now, carefully, this spelling is wrong. Correct spelling is carefully. Understood? Write it in front. Carefully. In both hands, he started to leave, but when he reached, now here again, reached spelling is wrong. Underline it. Correct spelling of reached is R-E-A-C-H-E-D. Reached spelling is correct. Okay. Now, he reached the closed kitchen door. A puzzled look come. Puzzled. P-U-Z-L-E-D. It is wrong. Puzzled spelling is P-U-Z-Z-L-E-D. Understood? Puzzled. Look came over his face. He was too small. Now too small. See here, too small spelling is correct, but too here we have to write T-double-O. This is the correct word. Too small. Small spelling is correct, but too we have to write T-double-O, not single O. Okay? Means also. Here meaning of too is also. He was too small to turn the knob. This knob is wrong. Correct spelling of knob is this. Knob without using both hands. After a moment's thought, he found a solution. This is wrong. Underline it. Correct spelling of solution is S-O-L-U-T-I-O-N. Solution. Understood? He plastered the sticky side of bread to the wall. Then with both hands. Then is there. It is wrong. It should be then. It should be then. Then with both hands he turned the knob, peeled his bread. Peeled. Here spelling of peeled is wrong. You have to write it P-double-L-E-D. Peeled. Bread off the wall and went out happily to play. Happily spelling is also wrong. Here I write the spelling of happily here, correct spelling. Here what is the spelling of happily written? H-A-P-P-L-Y. This is a wrong spelling. Correct spelling is H-A-P-P-I-L-Y. Understood? This is the correct spelling of happily. And went out happily to play. So this first lesson we have done, children. If you have any doubt, you are free to ask me. So again I repeat, this lesson you have to read again. In the notebook, write the name of the lesson, draw a straight line. Below that, write new words with their meaning, and 1, 2, and 3. These new words you will write. Question answers you will get. And this second sentence, this third one you have to do for homework in the notebook. Okay? And then the question number 2 on page 5. Page 6, question 1. And page 7, question 2. First 2 I have done for you. 3 I have done for you. 4, 5, 6 you have to do on your own in your textbook itself. Okay? Bye children.